Good day, everybody. Welcome to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. I'm Barber Dave, and we're going to kind of do a stunt shave today. It wasn't exactly planned, just kind of happened over the last couple of days. My good buddy, UA Cowboy Kyle from the TSC forum, printed out, he's a 3D printing guru, and he printed out a razor that is very unique. And he shaved with it yesterday in his video, and he asked me if I wanted to try it, and I said, why not? It's basically the Caerbannog. And you can see the rabbit right there. And for those of you Monty Python fanatics, such as myself, you know the Caerbannog is a cave, and there is the beast of the Caerbannog cave, and that is the rabbit, hence the reason the rabbit. And the rabbit has teeth, and it's dangerous. And why I'm doing this, I have no idea. But if you notice, this is an injector style razor. However, look at the top. What's missing? As Kyle had mentioned, there's no top cap. The way this is held on is you have your injector blade and see those three magnets. And those magnets are very strong, and I don't know if you can hear this or not, but it just clicks right on. And it has these tabs to keep the blade in. It has a safety bar, I don't know why, but for those of you that are waiting for the turn 3 wreck at NASCAR, this might be it. So that'll be interesting to try this as well. For the soap today, we are going to be using CBL Orion. The brush is going to be the Sorrentino Corleone with a synthetic knot. And then, of course, the post-shave stuff will be the CBL Apothecary post-shave oil, and then the Apothecary Aftershave tonic, which are both in California Sunrise. And then, of course, we'll be using talc and everything else. So this might be an interesting shave. We shall see. I only have one injector, and I don't use it that often, so this could be interesting in a whole bunch of different ways. As most of you know, I am really liking the CBL Orion base. It's just absolutely superb. Takes a little while to get used to as far as loading and getting it on the face, but once you get it right, it's perfect. Hence the reason why I decided to use it today. So the whole issue behind the Caerbannog is apparently that no top cap, and the magnets hang on to it. Now we'll see if that actually is the case or not. With the CBL Orion, it's very interesting because once the water hits its band, it explodes. Takes a little while to get there, but once it does, it's wonderful. So she's starting to get there right now. And I have found for me that a synthetic knot works the best. And then I'll just dip the tips. In the water. Until I get the lather to the consistency I like. Just feels absolutely tremendous on the face. This one I'm actually going to shave with my glasses on, I think, because I don't know how this is going to act. Okay, here we go. The blade stays put, surprisingly. But it's definitely something you want to keep flat against the face as much as possible. I would definitely classify this as a stunt shave because you really can feel where that blade's at, and it's a real fine line, I think, between where the blade needs to be and where it could be on your face for a train wreck. With it being a 3D printed razor and the neck being somewhat angled, you can feel a flex in the blade while you're using it, and which is not bad. It's actually I'm really enjoying this. Okay, there's pass one, and so far so good. So I think I'll remove the glasses, and she is somewhat blind. First pass went well. I think I was a little tentative. So we'll see if we can pick up some stuff on the second pass. Regarding the CBL Orion, for those of you that are straight shavers, I would honestly say that this is probably one of the best for shaving with a straight, as far as raw slickness is concerned and glide. And, you know, and this blade does not have a cap, and it's pretty not safe. So let's see what happens here. You definitely can feel the blade with this razor, but as long as you keep that cap flat, it's actually not too bad. And those magnets, I was a little concerned with. Do keep that blade right in place. I have to say, I'm actually enjoying this more than my Shiki type injector. It's a little bit smoother, actually. I'm probably being a little bit more tentative as well. I'm almost treating it like a straight. Second pass was good. Cleanup's going to be, I think, where the interesting part's going to come in. And the one thing with the water with the CBL Orion, adding water just makes it slicker and slicker. And as I said, the face feel is tremendous. Okay. This is the pass that scares me the most. Because the angles are the weirdest with this pass. And the key, I think, is keeping the skin as taut as you can. And keeping that blade flat. Definitely a lot of feedback. You can definitely feel it. And I think a lot of that's the lightness of it. So she does shave just like an injector, but a little bit more aggressive, I think. But the blade, surprisingly, this blade has not moved at all. The magnets held that blade perfectly. The blade clears itself pretty easily. I'm impressed. Cleanup, as I said, is going to be the key. I don't think this is one I would want to do J-hooks or much in the way of buffing. You can do a little bit. But I think you're better off just I mean, she is aggressive. I will give it that. But not bad. And the one thing with the CBL Orion, the post-shave slickness is tremendous. So, for those of you waiting for the wreck in turn 3, it didn't really happen. I do feel a little bit of closeness, but we'll see how the alum says. You know, there's a little bit of feedback more on the neck than anywhere else, but it's about the same as a straight for the most part. So not too shabby. But overall, I would call that a DS-BBS shave. Maybe a tad of irritation because it was the first time using it, but not bad, and pretty impressed. So that stunt shave went well. Thank you, Kyle, Mr. UA Cowboy. Pleasantly surprised with the Caerbannog. I'll definitely be putting that in the rotation somewhere. All right, so as far as post-shave, we're going to go ahead and try to protect ourselves as much as possible. The first thing we're going to do is use the CBL Apothecary oil. And you only need maybe a drop or 2 max, because this stuff goes a long way. Really makes the skin feel good, and over repeated usage, it's good for the skin too. I mean, in my opinion, the 2 soap makers that really are caring about how your skin feels and still keeping it affordable and using quality products are, again, CBL soaps and Frank with Ethos. Ethos Grooming. I think those two soap makers, as far as how your face feels post shave, and the ingredients they use are fantastic. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sterling, Victory, they all make tremendous soaps. They're just different experiences with each soap. And this one's great. Today for the tonic, we're going to be using, once again, CBL California Sunrise. And again, you don't need a lot of this either. This is an aftershave tonic milk. Very similar to Seaforth and SV. Great staying power as far as the fragrance. You really don't need a EDT or EDP with this stuff. It's just absolutely wonderful. This has got a little bit of, I believe, the WS12 in it, which is the cooling agent. So it gives a nice post-shave feel, but the skin feel is just fantastic. Especially with a shave that may be a little rough, although this wasn't that bad. Using the Proraso rosemary, eucalyptus, and mint. As far as the talc, kind of a cloudy day today, obviously. And that's the shave for today. So today's shave was the Killer Rabbit of the Caerbannog. Actually fantastic. Kyle, thank you so much. It's got a great feel. It feels just like a Schick injector, except the blade snaps in without a cap with magnets. The soap was CBL Orion in the California Sunrise, and the post-shave oil and aftershave also CBL Aftershave Tonic with the Proraso talc. So thank you once again, as always, for joining us at Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. If you haven't checked out the Shaving Cadre, please do so at www.theshavingcadre.com. And for those of you that may not be joining us for our last shave of the day tomorrow, we hope you and your families have a very safe and happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you tomorrow.